Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yasmin K, with another video. And then today we're talking about how you can use falling off to your advantage. A lot of people use or think falling off is failure, but to me there are two different things. Failure is trying something and not getting the results that you want, so you don't try again. Falling off, you try something and don't get the results that you want, but the difference is you can get back up, and that's the whole thing about it. That's the whole beauty of this video and of this message today. I do feel as though if we wasn't able to have opportunities to try again, then we wouldn't have so many professionals and so many people that are masters in their areas. Is not really a lot of people that are masters in their areas that haven't failed multiple times, not just 1, 2, 3 times, probably 100 times. You know what I'm saying? And I really got this message from like the songs I listen to. I'm really big on music, and I feel like music is a way, like a therapy for me. It's a way for me to connect with God, and it's like I can listen to the same song that I've been listening to since I was younger, but different lyrics and different lines stick out to me depending on what area in life I'm in. And it's one song, I believe Peasy said, I fell off 100 times and got back rich. I stacked chips. And then 2 Chainz, my favorite artist, fell off, came up, fell off, came back up. You hear what he said? Came back up. That was it. So this has been like, I've been listening to these songs for the longest, but those verses where it's like, oh, the whole point of this, I know some people don't like the hustling spirit, or like this hustle culture that we're in, but I feel like that we all are supposed to be working diligently towards the goals and the areas that God called us to. And to me, working diligently is hustling. Now, those are the same thing, being persistent and working to obtain a goal, right? And when I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, these are people, or these are men and women that I aspire to be. Not more so like their character. They're always working, and they have confidence in themselves that even if I fall off, even if everything was stripped from me, whether you falling off in school, your finances, your religion, your relationships with people, whatever area is your career, you can fall off. This shit can be taken from you, but guess what? You gonna get back up. I don't give a fuck. So if I fall off, that means that I'm getting back up. And I'm not falling off, getting back up and doing the same shit. I'm getting back up on a different level, because when I fell off, I got to see all my mistakes, and I got to self-reflect to see, how did I get to this point? How did I get to this point? How did I get to this point where I don't have no money? How did I get to a point where I'm failing these classes? How did I get to a point where me and my spouse or me and my friends are not in a good area? How did I get to this point where me and my family is not in a good area? How did I get to the point where I don't like my job no more, or I don't have a job at all? And I feel like that is the art, and that's the beauty of falling off. A lot of times we just need a perspective change, because we're able to redo things. Like, it's like God is giving us a little redo. If you ever, like, I don't know about y'all, but me and my past relationship, it was like, I can say that I was going through things mentally, but I wasn't being mature about them. So there are some things, the relationship didn't work for me, and I don't think that person is for me. But me holding myself accountable and self-reflecting after that relationship, I really wanted it to work for me. We talked about like marriage and kids and growing a family together. So I really thought that this was the person for me. But now I'm like, okay, I can take a step back. When we broke up, it did something to me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It did something to you, girl. That was like my first serious relationship since I've been an adult. So it was like I really grew attached to him, and I really like loved him genuinely. But I had to find out that there wasn't a person for me. And in the moment, I was so upset with God. If I can be transparent, I was so upset with God. I was like, God, why did you let me have this feeling and have a little taste of what a loving relationship could look like for it not to work? Like, what the fuck? I was really upset. And if I can be honest with y'all, and it's not a judgmental environment, me and God had to talk about it. So it's crazy because I'm now, like hindsight 2020, I wouldn't have grown close to God. I wouldn't have been where I'm at now if we wouldn't have broke up. I wouldn't have been able to actually look myself in the mirror and acknowledge that I'm really depressed. I'm having I'm having anxiety attacks. I'm depressed. I really don't want to get out of bed. I really don't even want to do the daily habits, but I have to. And I was putting on this mask for this dude because I didn't want him to think that he's with a crazy person or think that it was just a lot. So once that didn't work, I felt like a failure. Like any other area of my life, I pretty much succeed when it comes to school, when it comes to finances, YouTube, socially, spiritually. I succeed in my opinion. Whatever goals that I set for myself, I generally obtain them or I over exceed. I like to do a lot. But in relationships, I never been good at relationships. So anytime I have a falling out, whether it's with a boyfriend, a romantic relationship, platonic relationship, or like a relationship with my family, that hit me hard because I know I'm not good at it. And when things go south where I have to separate myself from people, and I don't know if it's because I see people in my future, like once we grow this relationship, I literally see these people in my future. So when it doesn't work out, it's like, what is it? Now I got to come up with this whole idea of what my future is and me falling off. And I'm just using this my relationship as one example. You should be able to apply these principles to any other area in your life. If you are, every area is a relationship, whether it's with work or with God, with your money, with other people, you are having a relationship. So I hope you're able to take the principles from my experiences and apply them to yourself. So yeah, I felt like a failure. I was disappointed in myself. I was angry with God. I didn't know what to do, honestly. But instead of me falling and just laying there and soaking and not figuring out, I went to God. And slowly but surely, it took a long time, like 6 weeks. slowly but surely, God was able to help me pick myself back up, rebuild myself. So now I took a lot of time to think about my own choices and my own decisions and refine myself. And I don't know where I heard this from, but I heard that to get gold pure, they have to continue to dump it in this fire. Each time they're dumping it in the fire, looking at it to see if it's pure enough. Dumping it in the fire, looking to see if it's pure enough. Dumping it in the fire, looking to see if it's pure enough. And they do that as many times as they have to till they get the purity of gold that they want. And that's what God does in our life. God is going to put that fire under your ass. I don't know how else to say it. He's going to put you in a situation where you feel like you're not enough to show you exactly how worthy you are. And that's what he did for me. And it's so beautiful. Now I'm happy and I'm glad that this relationship was able to help put a mirror up to myself and help me refine myself, because I really thought prior to the relationship, I wasn't dating anyone. I wasn't talking to anyone for over a year plus, because I feel as though I wasn't in the right space to be in a relationship. And this was in school, my relationship with God, even my finances. I thought that my money wasn't straight for me to be in a relationship. So when I got in a relationship, I'm finally thinking like, okay, I'm good, I'm great, I'm straight, I can do this. And then God told me like, girl, we got a little bit more to work on, and that's completely fine. I feel like falling off is going to show you what areas you need to work on. So when something else or something similar come your way, you know how to better attack it. You know how to better prepare for the blessings that you're asking God for. Just because the relationship didn't work with these people, these friends, this man, this woman, doesn't mean that you never going to have a relationship. That just means that you still have something to learn about relationships, whether it's communication, whether it's emotional intelligence, whether it's anger, patience, forgiveness. It's something that God is trying to show you that you need to work on. And that's completely fine. And working on yourself, you're going to love to learn yourself more because you're actually putting in work. You're hustling to be a better person. You're hustling to be that person that can receive those gifts and those blessings that God has for you. And that's completely fine. And I feel like we should learn to trust this journey and have fun on this journey, because I feel like the journey is all about us being vulnerable and opening up our hearts to God so he can reveal to us how he see us. And when we see ourselves the way that God sees us, it's going to be easier for us to walk in his path and complete those tasks that he has for us. So it was really, really, really difficult, and it's going to be really, really in the midst of it, especially with the emotions. If you're feeling like you're drowning in bills or in debt, or if you're feeling like that you just can't get it right, or you're feeling like that you can't be consistent or disciplined, or if you're feeling like that maybe these goals aren't for me, if every time you're thinking about your goals, you keep on thinking about the same thing, and it's not more of a personal gain, is because you feel it in your gut that this is what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't let falling off, don't let failure, temporary failure at that, don't let those things hold you back from what God has for you. A lot of times the enemy will allow us to disqualify ourselves. So he's going to get in our mind, and deceive us. And now we're coming up with a final decision that this is not for us. But God didn't tell us that. Just because it didn't work this time don't mean it's not going to work next time. And just because it don't work next time don't mean that's not for you. And this is something that I've been telling myself. I had to be gentle with myself. When you get back up, when you're falling down, you get to see every decision, every area that you wasn't prepared for, or even if it was intentionally or unintentionally. Then when you get back up, you're going to go and you're going to face the same challenges, the same scenarios. Even if it's with different people, you're still going to face those. But now I got some shit under my belt. It's different. Like, that's just like if you ride a roller coaster 10 times. The first time, you're going to be more nervous because you don't know where the dips at, where the twists and the turns at. You don't know how high it is. You don't know how secure and tight the seatbelt is going to be. So you're going to be nervous. But by that 10th time, I done been there, done that. You know that turn about to come up. I need to open my eyes. I want to see the buildings at the top of the peak, or whatever the case may be. So you're going to know you're going to be more prepared. So you're going to be more comfortable and calm while you're riding this ride of life. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I do hope that you guys be gentle with yourselves, still motivate and push yourself, but be gentle with yourself. If you fell out, that's not the end. That's not the end of you. If God lets you wake up the next day, that means that he's going to help you pick yourself back up, and you're going to get to another level that you never thought of, that you'll be able to accomplish. But you have to put the work in yourself, and you have to do it gracefully. You can't force yourself, and you can't beat yourself and condemn yourself and guilt yourself into doing something, because you're going to be more resistance. The things for you are going to come peacefully. The things for you are going to come with his grace and with his love. And you're also going to be able to love yourself even though you're not at where you want to be. And that's completely fine, because guess what? Each day that you wake up and you take a step, that means you are a step closer to your goals, and that means you're a step further away from the past and the bullshit. So you should just release that and confess to God everything that you're feeling. Confess to God all the things that you feeling as though you're not doing right, that you're not accomplishing right. And watch, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to see how much work you put in yourself, and you're going to realize that you're not even that person no more. You keep on telling yourself that you this and you this and you this and you that, and you're not even that person no more. So take a good look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Don't think about what you did last month. Don't think about who you were last year. Think about who you are right now in this present moment. And you can't tell me that you haven't made tremendous change in your life, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, in relationships with yourself and with other people. And if you feel as though that you haven't changed in none of those areas, get your ass up. So yes, that's all that I have for you guys today. If you like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with anybody and everybody that you may feel this like, oh, this video. Stay blessed and stay positive. Peace.